Silver prices today are low. Time to buy is now. I've been stacking silver for the last handful of years, as many of you are well aware. And I have been in the process of basically moving my silver and gold around, changing my positions, and I'm doing this frequently. And I made a video about, I would say, 6 months ago, talking about selling all of my silver. And a lot of people were very upset about me selling my silver, as if it had some sort of effect on their lives. And they were saying, you're crazy, you're selling too early, etc., so on and so forth. Now, I had a substantial amount of silver, and I showed everybody what I was currently holding, and that I was selling a lot of it. But it takes a lot of time to do that. So it wasn't just like at the moment that that video was published, everything had just disappeared. Quite contrary to that, I've actually been accumulating some silver during that time. Now, I did sell off a major portion of the higher premium stuff, but because of the way the silver market has been and precious metals as a whole, it's my belief that silver prices today are low. Time to buy is now. And I'm going to discuss this and show you a couple of charts in just a moment. In fact, why don't we jump to those charts right now? This is the 10-year daily chart. So right here, we are seeing, based on the 6 months view, here we have the prices down at the low 15s, mid 15s. And right now, today, we're sitting above $24. Now, based on this chart, you know, you're going to think to yourself, silver prices today are low? Time to buy is now? I don't think so. But now let's take a look at a year out. Okay, still we are seeing this long sustained trend here over the period of about 6 months where we saw that the silver prices were relatively low, especially down here. This was that dip back in March, right around the $11 range where many of us could not get physical silver and gold. But when you look here, you know, at $24, a lot of people are going to say, you know, this is still kind of expensive. There have been a lot of people commenting on my video saying that silver right now is relatively cheap, that silver prices today are low. Time to buy is now for sure. And here we almost hit $30 back in August. But still, in this $24 range, a lot of people are thinking, you know what, that's still relatively expensive. Now let's take a look at the 3-year mark. Looking at this range over the course of 3 years, you can see that silver is relatively flat. It looks like just basically flatlined all throughout here. Down here, again, we had that major dip, and then that big spike, and here we are. So now, looking at this data, right, a lot of people are going to say, stacking stormtroopers, silver prices today are low, time to buy is now, is an absolutely absurd sentiment. And I would agree with you, especially in the fact that we were on this long period of time here. Many of us were stacking $15, $16, $17 an ounce. A lot of us were buying back here. But now let's take a look at the 5-year trend. Okay, still, look at this, right? Crazy. This 5-year trend, right here up here, we had a high point right around the $20 range, but still relatively flat all throughout these 5 years. And again, we had that spike. And now here we are with this pullback. But now let's take a look at the all years. Here we see back here in 2011 where silver was right around the $50 range, right? And then all the way down here now we've been basically buying silver throughout these 10 years. And so now looking at the picture as a whole, based on where silver was, and this is not taking into consideration, you know, the recessions and other ways that you can manipulate the data. This is just based on the spot prices alone. So when you look at this big piece of time right here, this 2000, let's call it right around here, the 2011 to right around 2013, this 2-year period of time here, silver was trading at around $30 and up. And so now here we are in the mid-20s, and it is my belief, and many other people seem to be agreeing right now, that right now we might be experiencing a new bottom. People are thinking that there's going to be a pullback right around the election, which is in a few weeks from now, or there might be a pullback right after the election, the weeks after that. But overall, looking at the historical prices of silver, okay, silver prices today are low. The time to buy is now, in my opinion. So if some of you are thinking about buying silver and are on the fence, if you look at the price of silver overall, where it's been and where it could possibly go, I am still buying silver right now. I think that everybody should acquire some silver, and still, the time right now is still pretty much prime for the taking. Now, once we hit this level of resistance of $30, and we punch through that ceiling that we've kind of experienced for the last 6-7 years, then I'm going to basically say that silver can pretty much continue to trade above that. We're hitting this resistance right now, and so I think that if you are on the fence, you might want to acquire some silver now before the prices kind of do take off and it gets to be way out of reach for you and your budget. So silver prices today are low. Time to buy is now, based on this historical chart. So, as you can see with the historical data, silver prices today are low. Time to buy is now. And so I've been buying up some more silver eagles. Now, originally I had 13 tubes of eagles all in capsules like this, and I've told people in the past it was a major screw up to do that. What a waste of money to put them in capsules. So I have been rebuying some silver eagles in the government tubes, and you know what? These right here, you could tell just by looking at the tube itself. You could see that these weren't brilliant uncirculated. In fact, I was buying them at cheap prices. And so recently I actually picked up another tube. In fact, I picked up this tube yesterday from my local coin shop because, again, I do believe that silver prices today are low. Time to buy is now. And I think that if I can even open this thing, all right. And so I bought this tube of brilliant uncirculated eagles from the local coin shop. I paid $29 per eagle, and I do believe that this is still a decent price, especially when you're looking online and you're seeing prices in the high 37s for silver eagles to this day. So, in my opinion, I do believe that silver will continue to climb. Now, I do think that there should be some sort of pullback within the next few months based on what experts are saying. I had that Chris Vermeulen interview, and definitely feel free to check out that video. But I do think that the silver prices are going to continue to climb. I do think that there will be a pullback, and that'd be an opportunity to buy more. But I do think that overall, the trend will show silver probably trading, I would say, once everything settles down, above the $30 range. That's just my opinion. I'm basing this again on a lot of the information I've gathered from various analysis videos, expert interviews, and so on and so forth. So it is my opinion that silver prices today are low. The time to buy is now. If you're sitting on the fence debating whether or not to buy it, if you could get silver sub $30, I do really think that you should consider picking some up, especially if you're able to get eagles. So those are my 2 cents for what it's worth. Silver prices today are low. Time to buy is now. Let me know in the comments down below, at what price do you think you're going to stop buying silver? Are you done buying silver right now? Do you think that there's still an opportunity to keep on buying? Let me know in the comments. And I just want to quickly thank these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. Check out these videos. Until next time, long live the Empire.